Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara is in Accra on a 24-hour visit, largely seen as a goodwill move to deepen relations between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. It is also to thank President Mills for his peace efforts during the Ivorian crisis. Accra played a key role in achieving peace in the neighboring country when it was plunged into war following elections last November, meant to unite the cocoa producer, which had been split in half in the wake of conflict in 2004. Earlier this week, a Truth, Reconciliation and Dialogue Commission was sworn in, aimed at forging unity. About 3,000 people died and 500,000 were displaced in post-election violence. Ghana is now home to scores of Ivorian refugees. Today's visit is expected to shore up relations and open corridors to political and economic relations in a region seeking to integrate its economy and accelerate development towards monetary union. The Accra-Abuja-Abidjan axis holds the key to unlocking the region's huge economic potential, and the thinking is that the visit, though short, will have far-reaching ramifications both at the bilateral and regional levels. The last time Mr. Ouattara was in Ghana was 7 years ago as the IMF Deputy Managing Director. President Ouattara has already laid a wreath at the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum and is currently at the castle holding talks with President Mills, who is expected to host him to a dinner later in the evening. Now, our correspondent Napoleon Atukito is at the castle right now, and he joins us on the phone. Hello, Napoleon.
Hello.
Napoleon?
Hello, I'm on the line.
Napoleon, can you hear me?
Yes, I do hear you.
Yes. Napoleon, we know that the president and the Ivorian president are meeting now. Now, what are some of the details emerging from this visit?
Well, thank you very much. The Ivorian president arrived in Accra at about 10 a.m. today, and he was met by the president, President John Evans Atta Mills, and a team of ministers at the airport. They moved on to the Ivorian minister alone moved on with some government officials to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum to, as it were, sign the visitor's book and also see for himself the great Kwame Nkrumah at his mausoleum, at his final place. They just concluded their bilateral talks at the castle. At the moment, there's a luncheon also at the castle. But basically, their meeting touched on 4 areas.
Okay.
The first point was to find ways of normalizing the political and social situation in Côte d'Ivoire following the civil war that emerged after the election trouble. The second point has to do with the economic and security ties with Ghana, how to deepen the economic ties between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. We are neighbors, and therefore trade is a common thing between the two of us. And then also the third point has to do with the Ivorian refugees. They have about 18,000 Ivorian refugees in Ghana. Some of them are former ministers and high-profile political personalities who served in the former Gbagbo regime. They are now lodging in Ghana, and the UNHCR, the Ghana government, and the Ivorian delegation in Ghana have signed an agreement on how best to facilitate their repatriation back home to Côte d'Ivoire. And then fourthly, they discussed the demarcation of the Ghana-Côte d'Ivoire border, not necessarily to change the original demarcation, but also to discuss a few issues arising out of the oil find in terms of the common area that Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire can demarcate in order not to bring any confusion between Ghana and Côte d'Ivoire. So these are the 4 areas that they discussed.
So from there, they will be attending to all those other issues that you mentioned. I think that for the most part, you've answered most of the questions that I was going to ask you, that regional integration is obviously high on the agenda, and the issue of the Ivorian crisis in relation to the refugees is also to be talked about, if I get you correctly.
Exactly.
All right, Napoleon. Is there any other thing you would like to tell us?
President Ouattara has never ceased expressing his gratitude to the President, Professor John Evans Atta Mills, for his personal, diplomatic efforts, which led to the cessation of hostilities in Cote d'Ivoire. So he reiterated his thanks to the president for his role in trying to bring to a peaceful end the conflict in his country. So that has been the case here now.
All right. Thank you very much, Napoleon.